Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Houston Texans and our home team. From up top, I'm Brandon Garden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Carr now to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Carr going to throw. Short throw to Disley. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
Have no idea where they're putting in the food in the Martin household, but they've developed two terrific offensive linemen. Brother Zach, a perennial all-pro at guard with the Dallas Cowboys, but Nick, no slouch at center for the Houston Texans. He sets the tone for their offensive line. He's the pivot up front.
Short throw to Disley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throws it complete to Keenan Allen. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now, Carr again. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. Carries, 60 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught at 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, coming for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard. Jags to get 5. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
A 2nd-round pick out of LSU. The league's about to get their first real extended look at running back Darius Geis, who missed all of his rookie season with a knee injury, but he was ultra-productive in college with over 3,000 yards rushing. A strong runner inside, can also get to the perimeter. He's fortunate enough that the knee injury happened early enough in the season last year that he should be ready to go for all of 2019.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6 and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Cousins now to throw on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Cousins on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr completes it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Geis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and get it with Geis. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw his car. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They'll run. Anderson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal. Take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for down at will.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
False start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Where's the hunt? What I need? Give the mic. Stay with your man. Where's the hunt?
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, Cousins. He's got Fuller. 23 yards on the play. down. Here's Cousins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
Yeah. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a run with Anderson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Now Carr. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
One down. 185. Check 53.
Carr now on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Carr. And his pass incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there. The contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. Succop's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And no runner. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And now out comes Houston. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. On 2nd and 9, Carr. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Off the play fake, Cousins under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the ground, it's Geis. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
52, 52. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. Play action now. Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point try now for Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out 25-yard. Cousins now the defense out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole.
Is it not balance it with the error side? You know, and in this.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And this will be a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Suck up for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive.
Defense wins championships, baby. Tight dog.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Shreds the tackle. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Right now. 185. 53. I got it. That's it.
They start the drive with Anderson. And some C.J. Anderson. He's at the 40, the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time run there by Anderson. 69 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They're like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Cousins. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Here's Geis. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right here.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action. Cousins. Caught on the right side by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. Fighting through and he's got space.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for this defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the sharks. And they descend upon their prey. That's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
That's how it works. Everyone feels like, if I didn't get one, I'm doing something wrong.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Geis with the carry on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans off to go here for their next drive. For them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go one more.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Right now. 185. 53 is mine. Here we go. Let's bring it on.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Houston. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter knows.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Hey, watch the slant.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll wind up with 7 on the dump off, but it'll set up third down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. To Thompson on the draw. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Cousins.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Conte right there to break that one up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throw is Cousins, and the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and Frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Cousins on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm out, ready. Check.
To the air again, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They run with Geis. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They run. Anderson. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Texans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Fighting through it. He's got space. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Houston. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So back off to Heathrow, Jacksonville. Their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to stew over this. They're not back in action. Charles Davis and our entire crew here at
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Here's Foles. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
180. 54 Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Set. You go.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Count the hit.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rosen, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back completions. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On the draw, this is Penny. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Penny. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Shift.
To throw is Rosen. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score, Vikings 14.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second and very short, Rosen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, it's Rosen. It's over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the third line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Williams. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. They'll run it with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Don't get nervous.
Now Foles. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
Receiver screen.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 2 times. Hey, 4 down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. This one caught by Crowder. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On play action, they'll throw.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Foles. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Penny will try to punch it in. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And now it's Rosen looking. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ertz. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams, and that'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, first and 10 actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That one good for 26 and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. This one to Bourne out on the left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On play action, Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now Rosen on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the catch, it's Crowder. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. They'll look to run with Singletary, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Rosen will throw, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kyle Van Noy came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Connor Barwin. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Crowder. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. For the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game. But this is part of the NFL 100 series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, fellas.
The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. And so far, their game plan, whatever it's been on this side of the football, working pretty well.
And I like where you went there, the game plan. You know that they spent all week watching tape, evaluating, putting together that game plan that they thought would be effective. But there's nothing like seeing it actually work on game day. What we're seeing here, wow, what a performance by them so far.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the gun, a give to Penny, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Again, it's Penny. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out for them.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Switch up, switch up.
Play action here. Rosen. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And this one's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now the ball comes loose, and I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And now here comes Kansas City. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
To throw is Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now Rosen. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. From the gun, it's Rosen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
58.
They'll run it with Williams.
Here we go.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3. Much tougher 3rd down looming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal, Rosen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Check. Right now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it'll be second down. On second down, here's Penny. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. The running game continues to be a big part of early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Foles. The left side complete to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination.
There he goes left side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
That penalty against DJ Fluker, the behemoth out of Alabama. After the penalty, it's Penny. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the of his mind, just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him, and since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 35 on second down, Rosen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Rosen's pass intended for Zach Ertz.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, isn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation, and the point differential is pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And out now come the Vikings. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky.
They'll run with Penny. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a give to Penny. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A 50-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And Bella was the intended target. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Vikings, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. We're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in and down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Ready. Black, 45, behind. Let him go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Throwing middle, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. First carry for Spencer Ware. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. In there on the 1st down completion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Step 180, 380. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step behind.
On 3rd down, it's Wade, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty. I could come right back at them.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Strong
2nd and 9. Winston, Crabtree with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Winston now to throw on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up the mountain.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
False start, offense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tackles, tackle.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's get it. Check 390. 390. 58 right there. You don't want nothing.
To throw is Rivers. Throw left side here into the hands of Wesco, the tight end. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Play action now. Rivers. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rameek Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, it's Ware. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Rivers. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Off the play fake here, Rivers.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Watch the screen.
Play fake. Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Winston. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. Now Winston. They got a man. It's Woods. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First down, Lions.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it from the gun and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the 41, Winston. He's got the hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, and he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Running on first down with Ware. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Down now. Ware. Oh, he's shit. Ware gets hit, and the ball is loose. And the Raiders have recovered.
No, protection's off. Protection's off.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. Going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Rivers. He finds McCoy. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff, the entire halftime, just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Throwing again on second down. Rivers, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on second and 8. Rivers looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston got it complete to Crabtree. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. On play action, Winston. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run it here. Ware. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
False start, offense.
So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Victory 90, round 80. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want.
First down, Rivers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers. Throw left side, complete. It's McCoy. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Rivers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Yeldon. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down, that really opens things up for you.
Black 25. Tight right. Everyone's got 4 and a half.
They go play action. Winston airing one deep for Crabtree. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Winston now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go, baby.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, get some time off, and eat it up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rivers now from the 50, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go. Do it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's an elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check back.
From the gun, Rivers. To the right side, and he's got Edelman.
That's it, baby.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get
Now McCoy.
Check it back.
And McCoy loses the football. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And a man, that's Edelman. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's not going to get me.
Rivers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, front 80.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On play action, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Demario Davis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tavon Austin. Incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
7-yard attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on, he got hot, he got their attention, they've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player, that when you come out in the second half, all of a sudden there's extra guys around you, there are different coverages rolled your way. That means you've done something really well. Now it's up to him to make his own adjustment and find a way to beat the new defenses he's facing.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Rivers, and this is caught. It's Edelman. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Jameis to throw it. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. To throw again on second down. Winston throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. On third down, Winston. And the Raiders have got him. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nick.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Winston's pass.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Rodgers.
Ready. Block 15.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Brings up second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Wait, 89.
On second down, it's Wade. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Oakland, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.